Well, we've made it to 10 episodes. Or
Yay!
Podisodes, I should say.
10.
Double figures. Number. Yay! What we did to celebrate? I've got Morrison's Fruit Berry Crush.
I have some Grimbergen blonde beer that I found in Lidl.
If you see Grafenwalder, that's worth a try.
Oh, okay.
That's that was always a good one.
Okay.
My beer is too warm to drink right now. It's in the fridge for when we're finished.
This was purchased yesterday, so
perfect. Not that we're condoning the drinking of alcohol after a lovely day's work. We are. It's fine.
Always. Or even at work.
Yeah, if you can get away with it, that's all some people do.
Well, hopefully it will tomorrow, because we should have the hour lunch, and we usually all go to the pub. So,
lovely.
Fingers crossed. And someone's leaving, so it's usually drinky.
We'll have that next Friday, sadly. For someone we both work with. Who
for your namesake.
For my namesake, another Peter. Yeah, he'll be leaving. If he's listening, come back already. I'm sure we'll miss you.
Yeah, it hasn't left at time of recording or at time of release of videos.
No, but there's time for him to change. It's time for you to change your mind, Peter. Come on.
Stay. You really want to.
Oh well. How is that British guy anyway?
He's okay. Yeah, he's excited. Is that the right word? Excited for an 8-hour WrestleMania?
Oh, okay.
Is excited the word or terrified the word? 8 hours. 8
hours.
I'm
when
glad
is that? Is that April? Was that? Did you say?
Yeah, April the 8th.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be April the 8th here by the time we can see it. Technically, it'll be the 7th, which is the Sunday.
Oh, it's one of them. Okay.
But yeah, by the time it actually airs over here, it will actually be kind of the early hours of the 8th. So yeah, 8 hours.
Are you going to watch it live at 2 in the morning?
No, because I'll be at work then from 8 o'clock in the morning and waking up at 6 to get to work. No, because technically, when I get up for work, it probably still will be on.
Yeah, it will. Oh, okay, yeah, good point, yeah. It'll probably be about halfway through.
Yeah, 3/4, I reckon. So, yeah. And
you have to avoid spoilers.
Well, that's the thing, yeah. I always have to... The stupid thing is, because I've got the network on my phone, when things happen, you get a little... Like, you get a text message or an email, pops up on my phone.
Oh, that's annoying.
Don't tell me, because I want to watch it.
Yeah, I have an app called Flash Scores, which is essentially the same thing. Unless I unsubscribe to the football teams I am following, if I'm watching the game live or with like a little bit of a delay, I'm always going to get told what's coming, and I don't want to. Oh,
so you'll know before it happens that Newcastle have gone 3-0 down?
Yes, exactly right. And I don't, I want to have live misery, not predetermined misery.
Yay, this misery's on its way.
Exactly. Oh well. Oh, lost my voice then.
Oh, how are you anyway?
I'm all right.
I know you'd taken a bit of a back seat, but then I saw that you were all happy that your capture card worked.
Yeah, no problem. Like, can't even exaggerate. Not even like minimal. Just absolutely no problems whatsoever.
Lovely.
Filmed the entire Master Series. No, not the entire series. That would be
every single one.
Incredible. Yeah, I just wow, that would be incredible. The entire episode of the Master Trainer series with Vulpix and Ninetales. Filmed the entire thing, watched it back just in case. Didn't save the game, so if anything went wrong, I could go back to when I had just the Vulpix before I evolved it. So contingency plans for errors were put into place.
Nice.
But literally nothing went wrong. Like nothing at all.
Cool.
So, yeah. Clefairy or Jigglypuff next. Jigglypuff is in the lead at the moment, I think 5 votes to 2.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, technically, if you do the Jigglypuff one, then you surely can do the Wigglytuff one straight after?
Yeah, I will do. It was going to be a case of those or Clefairy and Clefable.
Oh, of course, yes.
And it seems people want... Actually, I'll double check while we're on the phone. It seems people want...
Checking live on air.
Want Jigglypuff. I genuinely thought people would go for Clefairy. Not that it bothers me. I don't really care which one it is. I'm going to do them all anyway. But yeah, it surprised me. Oh, here we are. I mean, 7 votes. I'm assuming 5-2, 71 to 29 so far.
Oh, okay. I mean, in fairness, you've got to do them all.
Yeah, I do.
Gotta do them all, Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah, I will. I'm determined. Even if the views start to dwindle, which I hope not, they should be entertaining. Because
even if you don't enjoy them, viewers, we're going to do them. Them anyway because they're in the plan. Don't care if you don't enjoy it. And you want something else.
They're in the schedule. Leave me alone. Probably doing the maths. It might take me almost like 2 years to do this, so I might have to increase the rate of Master Trainer videos at some point. I might just have to film like a whole bulk of 5 or so.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's 153, isn't there?
Yeah.
With Meltan and...
Yeah, well, if I'm doing evolutionary lines, and if I do... and then if I do the ones that don't evolve, if I do 3 of them at a time, there's going to be about 50 to 60 odd, I think, if I can remember rightly.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So even if I did 1 a week from now on, it'd still take me till next March to finish them off.
Ouch.
Of which we will have Sword and Shield by then, so I'm sure my focus will be shifted.
Yes,
so
indeed.
I might do the first. Do like 10 or so where I do the polls and let people choose. Yeah. And then after that, I might just pretty much film as many as I can and just put them on the channel. Maybe maybe not publicise it because otherwise people will get sick of the sight of me. But, I could add like 5 a week and say, there's another 5 episodes for you. And then, another 5 episodes.
Yeah. Question. How are you going to do the Eevee one? Are you going to do the Eevee one, then evolve it, and then not save it, but technically have the gameplay, then evolve it into something else?
I've got the Eevee one prepared already, actually.
Oh, okay.
It took bloody ages. Because what I've done... I feel like I've been talking about this for ages, but I'll carry on. It's fine. What I've done is got them all to level 60 and given them 100 candy, because that more or less is a level playing field for battling. Because I watched a few videos of other PokeTubers and they've got them quite strong and they've won fairly easily every time, and it's all right. It's fun to watch, but after a while you sort of think, well, I know you're going to win. You've almost maxed its stats up. So I've tried to get it
not to win then.
Exactly. Yeah, so I've tried to get it to a point where I might even lose a couple and have to think tactically of how I can overcome it and get a bit of make it a bit more exciting.
Cool.
And with that, I needed 300 Eevee candy because I've got I've got an Eevee because I'm doing it on Let's Go Eevee. That one's fine.
Yeah.
But then I've actually got 3 very strong Eevees that I've already evolved into Flareon, Vaporeon, and Jolteon.
Yeah.
But then I chain core. Honestly, I think it was 205 Eevees I stopped at.
Jesus.
That took an entire almost weekend.
Crying out loud, man.
Yeah. This is what I did when the laptop didn't work. I had to do something. I filmed things, and this, like the video that's coming out on Tuesday, I filmed in January. The Master Trainer of the Vulpix I used, I think I caught in December. This is sort of like the what's the word? Backlog, I suppose, of the plans I made when there was no laptop here.
Jeez.
And then, of course, when I got the laptop back, Sword and Shield trailer came out, so everything was stopped for another 4 weeks.
Of course, yeah. Well, to give you a bit of context, obviously we're recording this on the Thursday for Sunday, but I have my final WrestleGamia 2 video coming up on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Haven't recorded it yet.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
That kind of shows the difference between I'll just get things prepared and ready, and me, I'm doing a video tomorrow. I'm going to need some gameplay for that. Better do it now then.
Yeah, well, that's the joy of gameplay. I filmed and edited all in one evening. Uploaded it at work the next morning. Actually, no, I did not at work at all.
No.
Uploaded
neither of us
it
have
myself.
Ever done that.
Yeah. I didn't do it at work because it literally takes 2 minutes rather than at my house it takes 3 hours.
Yeah, well, I mean, why would you take it to work for a 2-minute upload?
Exactly. Exactly right. Yeah, but yes. So that was all done in an evening. That's the joy of gameplay.
Cool.
But yeah, so the top 10 one's taking more editing.
Yeah,
that'll be Tuesday. Top 10 Tuesdays every other Tuesday, just so people know.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you've got a bit more of a structure now, haven't you?
Yeah, I've tried
things on days.
Yeah, I've tried to plan. Otherwise, I'm just throwing videos out whenever I've done them, and it'll be a bit weird. But I've got a plan. Cool. I've actually planned the specifics of what videos are coming out for the next 2 weeks, as well as knowing sort of what series it will be. So that's good.
Nice.
Got things sorted, and I've also got today's section sorted and in front of me. So for the first time in my life, I'm actually organised.
Cool.
Which is unlike me, if you know me at all.
Indeed. Well, if you're that organised and raring to go, then go.
Oh, well, I can do.
Yeah,
I suppose.
Why not?
Well, I thought for number 10, the 10th Podisode, I thought I would do a top 10 sort of live, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Live, not live, like we always do on these. Yep.
At least you haven't got to edit this one either.
Exactly, yeah. I was thinking I was thinking I could do my updated top 10 Pokemon, but I thought, no, I'm actually going to save that and do a video on it, so I can show people visually why these Pokemon are good as well. And then I thought, what other top 10s could I do? And then I suddenly realised, why don't I just do my top 10 favourite games as of now?
Oh,
from my life.
Cool.
So I've got a list of, 12 here that I've crossed 2 out of.
I was going to say, 12's not 10.
No, so honourable mentions go to GTA Vice City and Little Big Planet, the original PS3 game, because I actually quite enjoyed that.
Cool. So when you say 10 games, you mean ever game, not like 10 games at the moment now in your life, but 10 ever that you've played that...
Yeah, 10 ever.
Cool, okay.
But I'm sure if I tried to do a list tomorrow, there might be a couple of things that change, and it's always... These sort of things are always subject to change.
Card subject to change, yep.
Exactly, yep. As we said last week, subject to change, that was a quote. But essentially, I've got a list here. I'll go from 10 to 1. I think sort of, looking at it, let's have a look here. Yeah, I think sort of 5-ish to 10 aren't really like a massive order. I reckon the top... definitely the top 3 at least, or 4. They're probably more the main ones, but anyway, I'll just crack on with it. I'll stop beating around the bush. But so at 10 I put Duke Nukem Time to Kill. Okay. Because as a 10-year-old I loved that game. I'm sure I wasn't supposed to play it. No, with dancing scantily clad women and blowing things up and blood and everywhere. But it was really fun game actually. I liked having a flamethrowing chickens, so they become like whole roast chickens.
Nice.
And generally just trying to find where everything was on the game, giving myself unlimited life and nothing else.
Yeah.
And it was pretty good. Kicking pigs in the nether regions, that was always a fun thing.
Kicking pigs in the balls.
Yeah, it's a shame that game didn't have the shrinker though, because you could shrink something and step on it. But it did have the freezer, so you could freeze someone and then kick them and shatter them. But yeah, so that was in 10.
Yeah.
In 9, it was quite difficult. I've just put Ratchet and Clank just in brackets general, because to me, no single one of Ratchet and Clank games have been so far above the others that it deserves a specific mention, if that makes any sense.
Does that include the kind of new PS4 soft rebooty one?
Yeah, sort of. Well, that's the one I've played most recently, because my PS3 has decided not to work, which is great.
Handy.
Yeah, but that's the one I've played most recently, and it has been enjoyable, I'm not going to lie. I think original PS3 is probably my favourite one, but in terms of enjoyment, I have actually enjoyed every single one I've ever played. I don't know why. I was a hoarder. I'd hoard all the nuts until the really big guns at the end came in, and then I'd just buy them and kill everything instantly. I'd get the disco ball weapon. I don't know if have you played Ratchet and Clank?
Not the older ones. I played the reboot one.
Okay.
Purely, really, because it was a PlayStation Plus free game 1 month.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And I think that was still roughly when I was doing reviews, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I just like the weapon on there that's like a disco ball, and everyone starts dancing.
What? So then you can just pick them off.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Cool.
But yeah, that was my number 9 spot. Number 8, I'm crossing them off as I go, so I don't get confused. Number 8, I don't care what anyone says. Number 8 for me is Worms Reloaded on the PC.
Wrong.
It's
Worms 2 is the correct answer.
Yes, I know, that's what I mean. Everyone always says Worms 2. But I just like Worms Reloaded on the PC. Putting unlimited everything on there. Getting the concrete donkey, the holy hand grenades. Old woman, of course. That's exactly right.
On. So on that one, you could unlimit everything and still get the special items?
Yeah, not the special ones, I should say. No, it's a good point. Like there's
because you wouldn't get the concrete donkey then.
No, they'd still drop from crates, but you just put the crate dropping rate up to like max, basically, and you get a crate every other move or like between moves.
I seem to remember too, if you unlimited all the normal items, even like the super powerful ones, you wouldn't then get the special ones.
Yeah. Oh, you would on this one.
Oh, right.
Probably why I love it so much. Aqua Sheep. I love Aqua Sheep. Fly under the map and blow people up from below. Oh, it's great.
And then just let them fall into the water.
Yes. Hitting a home run with the baseball bat. It's just fun.
Did you ever play it where you just had like unlimited, say, teleports, bungees, parachutes, and ninja ropes, and then just poke?
Yes. I loved those games.
That was brilliant. So you can move around as freely as you like, and your only weapon is poke.
Exactly right. Yeah, that is. They're
with
the best
no
ones.
drops, nothing.
Yeah. That is the art. Yeah, that's incredible. But yeah, that was my number 8. I'll move on, otherwise we'll be talking about this game for ages.
Okay.
My number 7 is another PC game, actually. It's Warcraft 3.
Ooh, nice.
Yes. That or Frozen Throne, the expansion pack. Either way, that game is... It's one of those, I reckon, I don't play it for a year, then I play it once, and I'm playing it probably for about a whole fortnight every night when I get home from work, just doing something else. It's one of those where I like the story of it, like the story mode you can go through as, what's his name, King Arthas, I think it is.
Yeah, I love the story mode of that.
Yeah, that is really good.
because then he gets turned to darkness, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Because of the sword.
Yeah, and also just getting a big map, getting about 4 teams all against each other, and just trying to get all your lumber, get on your gold, trying to survive, expand your camps. It's great. It's really indulgent for an evening.
You can lose hours in that.
Yeah, I love being a night elf as well, where all the buildings can come up and become attacking forces.
Oh yes, they can't they?
Yeah,
yes,
with the wisps, controlling a tree rather than chopping the tree down and then getting the lumber from it. Was it's brilliant. Shame the film didn't live up to the game, but
never saw it. In fairness,
no, I haven't finished it. Must admit, I'll probably give it a fair shout soon.
It was that good. I didn't finish a film.
It was one of those. Everything was cliche and exactly what you'd expect.
Oh dear.
But yeah, so that's my number 7, Warcraft 3. I haven't played that for ages. My number 6. I will say I've tried to do 1 game per franchise.
Okay.
Except this franchise, but I've spread it across 2 consoles. So number 6 is Pokemon Stadium. Because that game never stops. As we've shown viewers before, we've played the mini games.
Technically, it doesn't stop, does it?
No, not really. Yeah, like I say, we've shown the viewers the mini games. We've actually had a battle ourselves on Stadium and Stadium 2.
Yes, we have.
We didn't have any technical difficulties on that.
Not on Stadium 1 we didn't.
No. But, no, it was... It's Yeah, it's just interesting. You can have 2 stages, like you can complete all the cups in the cup place. I can't remember what it's called now. The arena, something like that. Yeah, you could complete all those cups, do the gym leader castle, and it will take you on to the second stage. And during that second stage, like between first and second, Mewtwo will come down and battle you. And then you beat Mewtwo and it takes you to like stage 2, which essentially is the same as stage 1, but they've upped the difficulty rating of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So like some trainers in Gym Leader Castle might actually have Zapdos and Articuno and Moltres now, that sort of thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's always good to do that Mewtwo battle with my Mew though, because it's the proper Mew versus Mewtwo battle, and it's showdown to the to the end. But yeah, like I say, the game never stops. You can plug the Generation 1 games into it, play them through the Game Boy Tower, play it at 3 times speed as well. It's just great. Of a morning on Generation 1, you can get yourself all the way to like the 3rd gym in about an hour and a half if you just speed through everything. Yeah, I've yet to do it, but I know you can complete the game in a day if you play it on 3 times speed on Stadium.
That makes sense. Yeah.
But I've had other things to do in my life than that. But essentially that's my number something. What was it? Number 6, that was it. I crossed it off. Moving on to number 5 is a football game.
Okay.
And it is LMA 2002 or 2003.
You mean it's not that Sky Sports football quiz we both did?
No, that just missed out. That just missed out purely for who refereed the 1964 third round tie between Wensleydale and Arnville. That's just for that. But I don't know what makes this is on PS2 as well. I don't know what made LMA 2002 and 2003 so good. It was just that it was simple and straightforward. I don't know if you ever played them, but it was.
I didn't play the LMA managers. I played some of the early Championship managers and Premier managers, but I loves me a Football Manager game, and I probably could do with one now, really. Yeah. I haven't. Put it this way, the newest football game I had was FIFA 16 for the PS4. I didn't bother with the gameplay, I just went into season mode as a manager.
Yeah, to be honest, that's what I've done on FIFA every time. I'll play about 3 in a row on FIFA manager mode and win like 7-0 on easy, just so I've got a head start, because I'm Newcastle and I bloody need it. And then I'll do manager mode for about 5 games and try my best to get something. But yeah, no, I don't know what made LMA Manager itself so good. Those games, before everything became difficult. And I suppose this is around the time when Newcastle were in the Champions League as well, so that probably helped.
Possibly, yeah. I think, to be honest, they've kind of put too much into them now.
Yes,
before absolutely. It used to be a little bit of transfer, pick the team, and bit of tactics, but not too much. But now you could literally go into every single player and tell them what their pass rate's going to be and exact positioning on the pitch. And
yeah. I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered with that.
It's that is taking it too far.
Yeah. Show me a player's overall rating.
Yeah.
Show me how much they cost.
Yeah.
And that's enough for me. Lovely.
Yeah. And I'll buy them or I won't buy them, and then I'll work out what my formation is based on what I want to do or who I bought.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. 4-4-2. Can't go wrong. But there, that was that number. Mm-hmm. Number 5?
5.
Yep. I'm taking longer on this than I thought I would, sorry.
Alright.
Turns out talking about games is great.
Anyway, we call it a bumper episode as it's our 10th anniversary.
It is, 10th anniversary. That means 20 weeks we've been doing this, that's not bad.
Probably longer, because I think we've actually missed a few around Christmas.
We have, yeah. Oh, yeah,
and
of course.
Illness and things, yeah.
It's a good 5 months, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna probably close to 6.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to do a year special, find out when we first
we're like a bad smell, we won't go away.
Yes, no matter how much you try. But yeah, number 4. Moving on to the games that are probably more top tier now.
Okay.
And number 4 for me, purely for Well, I'll just say Mario Kart Wii for me is number 4. And that's not to say that a game like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe or Mario Kart 64 is a bad game, or not even that it's not as good as this one. It's just that for me, that was at the right age for me to play that game and get really, really into it. And the courses were perfect, the weapons were perfect. It was, it was a game all of the family could enjoy, because when the Wii came out, that was sort of what it was marketed as, more of a
that was
motion capture, a family type game. And we did in our house. We did sit down and play Mario Kart Wii together, and I really enjoy it. It's a really, really good game, and not just the nostalgia and the family spirit of it all, but just actually the fact that it's awesome.
Yeah,
it introduced a lot of good new tracks. Like Moo Moo Meadows, for example. That's quite an interesting track. But it was just great. I liked. I had the steering wheel with it, and I did use the motion capture, auto drifting, and I would steer with the game, and it was just pretty awesome.
Yeah, no argument really.
No, I don't think I need to say too much more.
As you say, all of them brilliant, but I suppose that one, I've always had a fondness for the first one because it was the first one I played. But yeah, playing 8 when you were over last and we played a lot of that, I need to buy that game.
Yeah, that's really good, especially if it's got is it 48 courses it's got?
Yeah, something stupid. Yeah, and because you can play it with the Joy-Cons as well.
Yeah,
just one on its own. Yeah, it's the whole franchise wins for me.
Yeah, I could have put the whole franchise in for this one, but there was just something about the Wii that I just really enjoyed.
Personal preference, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, moving into number 3, I've put Jak and Daxter for PS2.
Okay, you're on your own now, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Not played it.
No, it's just another one of those where I don't know specifically what about it makes me enjoy it, but it's sort of, for the time, it was open world as such. Obviously you have to go to certain locations and things, but you still have to go around the locations, find the orbs, find the scout flies, find the what they call precursor, like egg things. Oh, what? Yeah, they had a name for them. I can't remember. Oh, yeah, there it is. Precursor orbs and power cells. There was usually about 10 power cells for every level, about 100 odd precursor orbs, and 7 scout flies. And knowing me, I love games like that where I'm a completionist. I love doing all those things and spending time doing it, and at the same time beating enemies, trying to do logic type puzzles, blowing stuff up with a massive cannon from the top of a lighthouse.
What
things like
you want?
Exactly. Trying to race a bird to get my power cell back. Trying not to die in dark ooze, as they call it, getting ambushed in a big arena and trying to kill everyone. It was so much about it, and the fact that you can have 4 different power up type things. So if you go into a green eco, that's the word, eco. Go into green eco, all your health gets restored. Go into blue, you go faster for a certain amount of time. Yellow,
different power up things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it was just spot on. I really enjoyed it. I still enjoy it now. I've got it on the PS4. It's not remastered or anything. Released it for virtual.
They've just sort of patched it for the PS4.
Yeah, and it's really good. If anyone's listening that hasn't tried it, I would recommend it. If you've got to pay for it, then, be committed. But say it comes out on PSN as a free game or something, give it a go. It's worth it. But that was my number 3. Moving on to the top 2 now, which is for me, these top 2 are god tier games, in my opinion. Number 2 is from the Pokemon franchise. It was difficult to try and narrow it down, because if I was to choose any game, multiple from a franchise, about 8 of these would be Pokemon Core Series games.
Yes.
But I've narrowed it down to 1. I say narrowed it down, this is 1, but it was difficult to not include the others. But it's essentially Pokemon X and Y on the 3DS. Yes, it's not Generation 1, which most people love, and again, great game. You know, I'm not going to knock any of the games at all. Every single one of them is amazing for me. I love them, but X and Y were just a cut above the rest. I don't know why. They hit the nail on the head. The sort of artwork style of it, because it was based in France, or based off of France, the region.
Mm-hmm.
So everything was sort of picturesque and a little bit beautiful, and you know, they had like a gentle feel about it, like the French nature does. You know, that sort of thing, and it was really good. And you could do so many things on that game, so many things on that game that you couldn't necessarily do on others or do to that degree. Like, for example, growing berries, you can do on any other game, but on this game you have to go back and water it. You can see the tree growing. You get to pull the weeds. Sometimes the tree will be shaking and it'll have a wild Pokemon there, and you can battle it. You know, and it was sort of like a mini Farmville or something. You know.
Yeah, sort of just made things a bit more immersive.
Yeah, Battle Chateau where trainers regenerate. You know.
Handy.
Yeah. So that's where you can go and train Pokemon to get to level 100. They give you lots of reward money for it. Absolutely lots, some people do. And I just don't know what... Yeah, the Pokemon from that region as well, the new Pokemon introduced in Gen 6, were really good, actually. There was not many on there that weren't up to scratch. I'm not going to say all of them were in like my top 100 on Pokemon, whatever, but I enjoyed all of them, and I've used all of them at least once, and can't really say I'm disheartened by any. But generally, that game, on a whole, just perfect for me. I would happily play it over and over again. But yeah.
It's not number one.
It's not number one. But number one isn't a Pokemon game either, but it is a Nintendo game.
Okay.
And this is looking at the list.
I think I know what this might be.
Yeah.
Can I guess?
You can guess.
Is it Breath of the Wild?
It is Breath of the Wild for Nintendo Switch, yes. The most recent game on this list is my favourite game of all time.
And I can understand exactly why.
10 out of 10, without question.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. Oh,
yeah.
Just... I've never played a Zelda game until this one, I must admit.
Okay.
Mainly because I wasn't overly interested in the franchise. I played Mario games and Yoshi games and Mario Kart as well, obviously, and Pokemon. Dabbled in a few other Nintendo franchise games, but never Zelda until Breath of the Wild. And speak about open world, you know, it's, for a start, the tutorial level. I say tutorial level, you still get a good sized map to explore.
Yep.
You essentially, you know, spoiler free this will be, but you essentially wake up after 100 years of being put to sleep.
For reasons.
Yeah, for reasons that the game tell you, so go play it. But and then you just, like, you know, you meet a wizard man and he says, oh, you see a shaker slate where you are and you see a wizard man. I'll call it. That's the most generic term I'm going to, generic spoiler-free term. And then you basically take your shaker slate and you got to go activate something, and then 4 bits in this tiny little bit, and this bit of the map open, and you have to go look at them, and it tells you how to use certain power-ups or, certain things.
Yeah. It's perfect in terms of just giving you just enough of the core gameplay and storyline elements.
Exactly right, yeah.
And I think the brilliant thing about it as well, as simple as it is it gives you the main quest, because it is quest-based, I suppose, like a Skyrim is.
Yeah.
In terms of, like, you play through main quests and side quests in the storyline. But the overall main objective is available to you pretty much from the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
There's the bad guy right over there. Kill him.
Yep.
And you literally could just walk. I mean, if you're good enough with 3 hearts and absolutely useless weaponry.
Yeah.
But the game doesn't stop you and go, oh no, you need to go and do this, and why don't we funnel you down this way for reasons? Although it does do that, and it explains, the 100-year thing and exactly what's been going on, and allows you to get a lot stronger. It does literally go, there's the end, off you go.
Exactly right, and then it's up to you on how much you want to explore the world and build your strength and your hearts up and everything. Mm-hmm. Until you don't even have, because there's 4 divine beasts you can defeat before it. You don't even have to beat all of them or even one of them if you don't want to.
No,
you can just spend ages building up your strength, getting stronger, getting the hearts, getting the weapons, and then just go straight to the boss if you want.
Mm-hmm.
You say, it's great. I've never known a game to be that open to that degree.
No, I mean, things like a Skyrim or a Fallout, you still have to follow the main... As small as those main quests are, because it's usually go here, see this person, talk to this person, then they'll tell you a little bit. It's still linear, as though you have to do A before you get to B, which leads to C and D, and by, the main ending of that main piece of storyline might be point Z.
Yeah.
But you literally have to do A to Y in that order to get to Z, whereas with this, Z is available as soon as you start.
Yeah.
Kill bad guy.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just brilliant. If anyone hasn't tried it and has the Switch, which would be a miracle actually, because it's basically everyone that owns the Switch has got Breath of the Wild.
I would hope so.
Yeah, if there's anyone out there that hasn't bought it yet, you need to. Like I say, it wasn't. I'd never ventured into this franchise before, so if you haven't ventured into the franchise, you think, that won't be for me. Take it from me, it will be.
You also don't need any knowledge of the franchise in order to enjoy the game or play the game. It's completely irrelevant. They're all like that anyway. They're all their standalone version of sort of the same story in a loose term, retold each time. Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah, I mean, speaking of Skyrim, the map of Hyrule itself is 50% bigger than the Skyrim map.
Is it actually?
It is, yeah. I'm just quickly... Yeah, here we go. Legend. Oh no,
are you googling live on air?
Yes, I'm googling live on air. Breath of the Wild is 23.7 square miles of explorable terrain.
Blimey.
23.7. Now let's have a look at Skyrim map, and then I will wrap up basically.
Okie dokie. I've got one question after you do.
Go for it. It is, 14.3 square miles.
Oh wow, so it's nearly double.
Yeah, it's nearly double. It is somewhere around 60% bigger.
Yeah.
It's incredible. It's huge. And it's got, like I say in my review video, it's got volcanoes to the northeast, a snowy mountain northwest, deserts southwest, and beaches southeast. So it's...
Yeah.
And lots of forest in the middle.
Yeah.
And not just forest, it's... there's loads. You could try and go from point A to point B, which is really not far on the map, but you might not actually get there in one evening. You might end up going on a tangent.
Oh, it's very easy to just talk to a person or see a thing and go, oh, what's that? And then that leads you into a whole sub-story, and before you know it, you go, what was I doing?
Yeah. Exactly right. Anyway, that's me. You said you had a question.
Quick question, the Link's Awakening remake that's supposed to be coming out towards the end of the year. Buying it?
Yeah, I'll probably give it a go. If they get a demo out, I'll certainly give it a try.
Yeah.
But if they don't do a demo out, I know my uncle, who may well be listening right now because he's a subscriber. He is definitely going to get that game because he essentially sent me, Link's Awakening with about 20 exclamation marks when the Nintendo Direct came out. So if there's not a trailer, I'm not going to get it day of release, but I'll wait and I'll get his opinion on it because if he enjoys it, I know it will be good.
Fair enough.
But if he plays it and he thinks, I don't know, there's certain bits here and this, then I might not. So I'll reserve my judgment. Okay. Yoshi's Crafted World is out tomorrow though, and that's something I'm going to have to think about.
That is fun. I've played the demo for that, and it's fun.
Yeah, that's something. That's a consideration, considering it's payday tomorrow as well, and I'll be very tempted.
Fair enough.
But yeah, no. Anyway, I've rambled on a lot about this list.
That's okay.
But I thought, 10th episode, top 10 list. I'll speak a bit longer, sod it. It's a special. 10th anniversary special. But yeah,
right.
That's me. I'll stop talking now, except obviously to respond to what you're saying.
No, you're just going to sit there in silence.
Yeah, that's it. I'm zipping my mouth shut now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I firstly want to address the rather meteoric news in terms of what's going on. Yourself probably is not slightly aware, bothered in any possible way, but at WrestleMania there will be a women's triple threat match for the Raw Women's Championship, and it will be the main event.
Okay.
And this is the first time this has ever happened at WrestleMania.
Is that first time it's ever happened for that gender?
First time at WrestleMania for the gender, yes.
Right, okay.
Third time for the gender at any pay-per-view.
Right, okay. Only third? Wow.
Third, yes.
Right,
the first was in late 2016, September, October time, at Hell in a Cell. The second time was the December 2018 pay-per-view Tables, Ladders and Chairs.
Right.
And the third one will be, April the 7th.
Okay.
And this is WrestleMania 35.
So
yes,
it's taken 35
taken that long.
Right,
and
okay.
In fairness, it's taken a Ronda Rousey for that to be a thing.
Ah, is that the one about the film?
No, that's the ex-UFC MMA cage fighter.
Right, okay. I have heard the name, I just...
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought you probably would have done.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have heard that name.
She's one of the most marketable people they've got in the company outside of the company, so, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no.
But what I want to do is take you on a whistle-stop tour of how we got to this match.
Right, okay.
And all the twisty-turny bits to get there. So, bearing in mind, this match will be happening April the 7th.
Okay.
The kind of story for this started in the run-up to Survivor Series, November 2018. Okay. So that's our time period, November to April.
Okay.
And Ronda, champion over on the Raw brand. Becky Lynch, women's champion over on the SmackDown brand.
Right.
And Survivor Series was basically going to be Raw people versus SmackDown people in various matches. One of which was going to be women's champion.
Okay.
And the week before, they did kind of SmackDown invades Raw storyline, and Becky Lynch legitimately got punched in the face by somebody, breaking her nose and giving her a concussion. So she wasn't medically cleared for the match. So they had to replace Becky with Charlotte Flair.
Right, okay.
So we had that match at Survivor Series instead, Ronda versus Charlotte, with Becky being rather annoyed that somebody legitimately punched her in the face and took her out of the match.
As you would be.
Yes. And she basically has never let this go. She's been like a dog with a bone, especially on Twitter.
Right, okay.
Having pops at her all the time. So this then leads to TLC in December, and they have their main event. Charlotte and Becky and a woman called Asuka in a tables, ladders and chairs match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. And because Becky has basically been goading Ronda this whole time, Ronda interferes. She's also a bit cheesed off with Charlotte because Charlotte went haywire at Survivor Series with a kendo stick, beating the hell out of her. So she costs both of them the match, and Asuka wins.
Okay.
So far, so simple.
Yeah.
Right? At the Royal Rumble, Becky gets a rematch for the belt she lost, and she loses that match as well.
Okay.
Later in the night, she enters herself into the Women's Royal Rumble match. Basically, somebody has a leg injury, and she takes their place in the match, with the intention of winning it to get a main event match at WrestleMania.
Okay.
One for the men, one for the women.
Okay.
And up until this point, very predictable. Well, presumably Becky's going to win this, and then we finally get Ronda versus Becky.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking would happen.
That's what you're thinking. Well, that does happen.
Okay.
She suffers a fake knee injury in the match,
Right.
but she does manage to win the match. And the next night, she declares that she's going to be facing Ronda for the Raw Women's Championship. Now, this is where things get a little bit stupid.
Okay.
What I'm going to go through now happens on a week-by-week basis. Okay? So, January 28th, Becky chooses Ronda as her opponent.
Okay.
The next week, Becky is forced to get herself medically cleared by doctors for her knee, but she refuses under the thinking that they're going to not clear her like they did at Survivor Series, so she's not going to get the match.
Right, okay.
And because she refuses, she gets suspended.
Right.
The following week, she is forced to apologise so that she gets unsuspended.
Is this all, what's the word? Hypothetical? No, not hypothetical.
Yeah, it's all storyline basis.
Right, okay.
Yeah, there's no real injury. There's no real issue with her.
Right, okay.
No. No one's got any issue with her as It's all basically to build up the storyline going in to WrestleMania.
Okay.
To make you excited for it is the thought process.
Yeah. Okay.
You tell me at the end of this whether you're excited, okay? So yes, she's forced to apologise. She begrudgingly does so, but Charlotte replaces her in the match anyway.
Right, okay.
Because the owner of the company says so.
Okay.
Then the following week, there's another pay-per-view called Elimination Chamber. Becky's not involved at all. Charlotte's not involved. Ronda has a match for the title, which she easily wins. Charlotte is at ringside watching the match, and Becky attacks both of them with her crutch for her knee. She appears out of the crowd and attacks both of them.
Okay.
Okay?
Is that like jealousy of Charlotte Flair, I suppose, or along those lines?
Yeah, cheesed off with both of them, basically.
Right, okay.
Yeah. She's had her chance taken away. She's still not happy with Ronda either. They're still going at it on Twitter a lot. So then the night after, Ronda has another match for reasons with the person she beat at Elimination Chamber.
Okay.
And handily wins it.
Okay.
And it's announced that Becky is basically gonna, if she ever kind of interferes while she's suspended, she'll get arrested.
Right, okay. Obviously.
you know where this is going, don't you? The following week, Becky does come in and attacks Ronda and is arrested.
Okay.
So, what does Ronda Rousey do in that situation, would you say?
What does Ronda do?
Yeah, Becky has just been arrested for attacking her. She's going to be carted off. She's a non-entity in terms of the storyline at this point. Ronda's going to be facing Charlotte.
Right. So what does Ronda do? Does she break her out of prison?
Sort of. What she does is she demands that Becky gets reinstated into the match and basically vacates the belt. She leaves the belt in the ring and walks off.
Does that mean she's giving up the belt?
Yeah. She's basically, if Becky's not in the match, I'm not going to be in the match. There won't be a match. Screw the lot of you.
Right.
You with me so far?
Yeah, I'm vaguely with you.
Yeah. The following week, Becky is reinstated.
Okay.
And at that weekend's another pay-per-view, because there has to be so many of these damn things, it's announced that Becky is going to face Charlotte for that vacant belt. No Ronda in sight.
Right, okay.
At
which point, supposed to work?
Well, at which point Ronda arrives back in the arena and basically takes her belt back.
What, just picks it up and walked off?
Yeah, just picks it up and goes, no, I wasn't, like, giving the belt up, I was just making a point.
Called their bluff sort of thing?
Yeah.
Right,
so
okay.
Instead, the match between Becky and Charlotte at Fastlane is now, if Becky wins it, she'll be added to the WrestleMania match, and there'll be 3 of them instead of 2 of them.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that match happens. Becky's still got this injured knee.
Right.
And Charlotte absolutely dominates her. So Ronda basically hands Becky a win by attacking Becky because she's not involved in the match.
Okay.
So in the lamest way possible, Becky wins. So she gets added to the match.
Okay. Becky wins so that they can battle again.
Yes.
Fight again, I should say. Sorry,
Yes.
I'm thinking of Pokemon again, sorry.
Yeah. But she doesn't
Ronda
replace...
sends out Charizard. Sorry. Sorry, I'm getting confused. Yeah,
a wild Jigglypuff does not appear.
Do carry on, sorry.
Yeah. So she hasn't replaced Charlotte, she's just been added.
Okay.
The next night...
The next night?
The next night, yeah. Ronda comes out whinging, calling wrestling fake.
What?
Yep. She says this whole thing is stupid, basically. I'm not going to do what this company tells me to do anymore. This whole thing is fake. All you audience are stupid anyway for liking it. What the hell is the point of any of this?
Is she breaking the fourth wall? Or is she
kind
just
of trying
going rogue?
to, yeah. No, she's trying to be meta.
Was one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Somebody from the... one of the other women in the division basically comes out and has a go at her for being an idiot.
Right, okay.
So the next week they have a match and Ronda easily wins, and she basically attacks this person afterwards a lot. Security come down, she attacks a load of the security guards. Her husband's there at ringside as well. He attacks a load of the security guards too. They naff off.
Right, okay. And this is Ronda?
Yeah. This week, so this Monday just been, each one of these 3 women, Ronda, Charlotte, Becky, have a what they call a beat the clock match. Okay. Basically a time thing, win as quick as you can. For, again, reasons. It's not explained why they're doing this. And again, Ronda calls this whole thing stupid. Okay. She says it's a pointless thing, but I'll do it anyway. So that happens, Becky wins, she gets the fastest time, Ronda's annoyed.
Right, okay.
And it's announced then that next Monday, those 3 women, Becky, Charlotte and Ronda, will face the 3 people that they beat in the Beat the Clock matches this week. Again, for reasons.
Okay.
Yes.
For reasons, just cause.
Yes, indeed. So, does that sound like enough?
That sounds like too much, but you're making it sound like there's more.
There's one more thing.
Does The Rock come in and claim he's transgender now and joins the
and
fight?
Gets himself... Oh no, it's slightly even more better than that.
Right, okay.
This Tuesday...
Yeah. This Tuesday?
Just been on SmackDown Live.
Oh, what's it, the day after...
The day after the Beat the Clock challenge.
Yeah.
Remember Asuka?
Asuka?
Yeah, the person who won the SmackDown belt at Tables, Ladders and Chairs. She's still got the belt at this point.
Okay.
Bearing in mind, nothing has been built for her going into WrestleMania. No opponent. So what they were going to have is 4 women in a match. The winner will face Asuka at WrestleMania.
Okay.
That gets replaced because she has a title match against Charlotte.
Okay.
Charlotte wins the SmackDown belt.
Right, okay. So what does that mean?
But she's still in the triple threat at WrestleMania.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I was hoping you would say that.
I'm not I don't know, like, really anything. But even I know that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So that is from November through to April. That's their storyline.
So what's happening tonight? Is something else happening?
Who knows?
When's the next scheduled thing to happen?
The 6-woman tag.
Okay.
The 3 of them against these 3 people they beat in the Beat the Clock. Okay. And that will hopefully be the final thing before WrestleMania.
Will they be on the same sort of side then?
They're all on the same team and they've been told they're not allowed to attack each other.
What do you think they're going to do?
Yeah, exactly.
I think...
Yes.
The other 3 should just sit back.
And just watch them attack.
Yeah. Just be like, look, we win.
Yeah.
They're all gonna get arrested.
Yeah, and there won't be a match.
And it will be cancelled and be replaced with a male WrestleMania thing. And then everyone will be like, right, okay, that doesn't work for me.
That doesn't have a thing, yeah. So up until at the end of the Royal Rumble match, makes sense. Becky's going to face Ronda. She'll finally get that match that she wasn't able to have a couple of months ago.
That's what everyone expects.
Lovely, lovely. There's still a bit of friction between the 2 of them. We can just play that off week on week. One person getting a bit of one-upsmanship, the other one getting their own back.
Yeah.
La 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 la. But yeah, instead we have a knee injury, a suspension, a reinstatement of suspension, and then she gets replaced by somebody anyway. Then she attacks both of those people, she being Becky at this point.
Yeah.
And then Becky is arrested. Ronda gives up the belt. Then there's going to be another match. Ronda comes back and gets her belt back. And then Becky gets put back into the match. And then at the end, Charlotte wins the other women's belt in the company.
You are back.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Bad camp there on my side.
That's all right. Let's hope this carries on well enough.
Indeed, yes. So yeah, there we go. A massive historical match with really confusing, stupid storyline going in.
And everyone's looking forward to it. I can see now why you said excitement might be a difficult word.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, terrified. That's not...
So I hope you're as tired as I am.
Well, I tried to write notes as I went along, little quick hand, so
yeah.
But I gave up after halfway. I was like, right, I'm that's it, I'm out.
But that's basically the consensus of every single fan. Why add all this in there for no reason? It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, there's a point where it just gets too much.
Yes.
And I think they've exceeded it by the sound of it.
Yes.
And that's from an outside point of view.
They jumped the shark, so to speak.
Yes, that's spot on.
Indeed. So that was my little 2 cents.
Lovely. All right then. Well, is there anything coming up on your channel that you want people to look out for, or just?
Well, we've got the end of WrestleMania 2 this Tuesday, and then what I will be doing the week after is kind of taking a leaf out of your book, doing a little teaser for up-and-coming bits and pieces. So stay tuned for that, because I've got a couple of series continuing that I've only just started, some coming back and some new bits and pieces. So
okay then.
That will tell you everything.
Lovely. Okay, well I'll look out for that one then. I like those sorts of things. Yeah. I think I've just got the top 10 on Tuesday. I have a scheduled random video Thursday. I put that in place so that if I haven't got something prepared by that Thursday, I'll just postpone the top 10 till the Wednesday and just have one video.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Depends how long the top 10s take me, as well as obviously work patterns, because it's a very busy time because of Brexit, the bloody horrible B word.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but I will be going to 2 videos a week. So Tuesday, hopefully top 10 Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Master Trainer will be every other Sunday between the lovely podcast we do here. And after a while, like I said at the beginning, I'll probably do multiple episodes in one. Not fully expecting everyone to watch everything, but just so that the series is complete.
Yes.
So it's all there. I'll probably publicise the most entertaining one, and then just do a little bit at the end to say, hey, there's loads on here. Yeah. But yeah, so I'll get going on those in the new recording studio, which won't be seen in the top 10 video because that was done in January. But you can see it in the Master Trainer series video.
Yep.
Lovely. Well, yeah, it's been fun.
It has. And next time I'll make sure I've got enough space on my camera.
Yes, that's a good point. Good end. Hello, everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll probably go back to a Pokemon-related one next week. I'll try and think of something because I think I've given it 2 weeks without... What did I do last time? I can't even remember.
Listen to episode 9.
Yeah, I'll go back and listen to it again. But yeah, that was it. Why do we like retro games? That was it.
Oh, that was it, yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Hopefully in the next 2 weeks there'll be some Sword and Shield news, so I'll go on about that.
Good call.
But yeah, alright, well until next fortnight, I'll see you later.
See you very soon.
See you
Bye-bye.
later.